According to Neville Goddard's teachings, true prayer does not involve pleading. In Matthew 6 verse 6, it is advised, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you openly." Therefore, I say to you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Mark 11 verse 24. Prayer is a sublime experience, distinct from the repetitive pleas commonly found in the daily lives of many around the world, who hope to capture the attention of God through vain repetitions. Genuine prayer is akin to the ecstasy of a spiritual union unfolding in the profound serenity of conscious silence. In its true essence, prayer is a ceremonial connection with God, comparable to a bride forsaking her family name on her wedding day to adopt her husband's name. Similarly, the one who prays must abandon their current nature and embrace the nature of what they are praying for. The Gospels provide clear guidance on how to conduct this ceremony. As mentioned in Matthew 6 verse 6, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you openly." Entering the room is like stepping into a bridal suite. Just as only the bride and groom are allowed in such a sacred space during a wedding ceremony, during the sacred moment of prayer, only the one praying and the one addressed in the prayer can access this sanctified realm. Similar to the bride and groom securely closing the door to the outside world when entering the bridal suite, the one entering the sacred moment of prayer must completely shut out the senses, blocking external influences. This is achieved by redirecting attention entirely away from everything unrelated to the desired goal. The second phase of this spiritual ceremony is encapsulated in the words, "Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Mark 11 verse 24. By joyfully contemplating and becoming immersed in what you aspire to be and possess, you conclude the second stage. In doing so, you spiritually achieve the stages of union and fruition. The receptive mindset during prayer or contemplation can be likened to a bride or a womb, receiving impressions. What you contemplate becomes the groom, possessing the name or nature you will adopt in the ceremony. Thus, it is the one that impregnates. You must relinquish your current identity to assume the name or nature derived from your contemplation. Once you have embraced the name and nature of the contemplated desire, your entire being resonates with the joy of embodying your aspiration. The emotion that fills you as you become conscious of your desire is evidence that you are both united and impregnated. Upon returning from this silent meditation, the door to the world left behind will reopen. However, this time, you will re-enter as a pregnant bride, utterly transformed. Although this wonderful romance may remain unnoticed by others, the world will soon witness the manifestations of your internal transformation as you begin to express the essence of your prayer. The mother of the world or the bride of the Lord is deliberately referred to as Mary or water, drawing a parallel to water losing its identity as it assimilates the nature of what it mixes with. Similarly, Mary symbolizes the receptive aspect of the mind that must relinquish its identity to embody the nature of the desired thing. Embracing what one wishes to be requires abandoning current identity and limitations. The prayer serves as the formula for achieving these separations and unions. In Matthew 18 verse 19, it is stated, "If two of you agree on earth about anything they ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven." The agreeing parties are the individual, symbolized as the bride, and the desired object, representing the groom. Once this agreement is established, a manifestation of this union occurs, and the person begins to express and possess the envisioned state. Prayer, therefore, involves recognizing and embodying the desired state rather than pleading for external favors. Many prayers go unanswered due to individuals praying to a concept of God that does not align with their consciousness. To have prayers answered, one must recognize that their consciousness is God and seek within it the desired qualities. Successful prayers should be affirmations and declarations, involving assuming a positive consciousness aligned with the well-defined desire. By calmly entering within, shutting out external influences, and becoming one with the desired state, one can absorb its nature and name. The act of declaring and feeling the possession of the desired qualities during prayer transforms the approach from mere wishing to conscious embodiment and possession. Now, let us embrace silence. The correct form of prayer, according to Neville Goddard, does not involve pleading. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you openly. Matthew 6 verse 6. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Mark 11 verse 24. Prayer, in contrast to the repetitive litanies of many hoping to reach God's ears, is a magnificent experience. It signifies the ecstasy of a spiritual union in the profound silence of conscious serenity. True prayer is a ceremonial union with God, paralleling a bride forsaking her family name on her wedding day to adopt her husband's name. Similarly, the one who prays must relinquish their current nature and embrace the nature of what they are praying for. The Gospels offer clear guidance on conducting this ceremony, as stated in Matthew 6 verse 6. Entering the room is comparable to stepping into a bridal suite, where only the one praying and the one addressed in the prayer can access this sanctified realm. Similar to closing the door to the outside world during a wedding ceremony, the one entering the sacred moment of prayer must completely shut the doors of the senses, blocking external influences. This requires redirecting attention away from everything unrelated to the desired goal. The second phase, described in Mark 11 verse 24, involves joyfully contemplating and becoming immersed in what one aspires to be and possess. This completes the spiritual stages of union and fruition. The receptive mindset during prayer is likened to a bride or a womb, receiving impressions, with the contemplation embodying the groom. The one praying must relinquish their current identity to assume the name or nature derived from the contemplation. Having assumed the name and nature of the desired state, the person experiences the joy of being what they desire. The emotion that permeates their being is evidence of both union and fulfillment. Upon returning from meditation, the door to the world left behind reopens, and the transformed individual re-enters the world as a pregnant bride. Though the wonderful romance may go unnoticed, the signs of transformation become apparent as the person begins to express the essence of their prayer. Similar to everything around you, achieving your goal requires complete attention diversion from everything that contradicts your current focus. The objective of your desire, representing the second phase of this spiritual ceremony, is articulated in the statement, "Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Mark 11 verse 24. Upon joyfully contemplating and embodying what you aspire to be and possess, you conclude this second stage, achieving the spiritual milestones of marriage and generation. The mind's receptive stance during prayer or contemplation can be likened to a bride or a womb, serving as the aspect that welcomes impressions. The envisioned state, which you contemplate being, assumes the role of the groom, possessing the name or nature that you will adopt in the ceremony, symbolizing impregnation. Consequently, you must abandon your current name or nature to adopt the name or nature derived from your contemplation. Upon assuming the name and nature of the envisioned state, a profound sense of joy engulfs your entire being. The emotion that pervades your entire being as you become conscious of your desire serves as evidence that you are both united and impregnated. After emerging from this silent meditation, the door to the world you left behind opens once again. However, this time, you return to the world as a transformed individual, akin to a pregnant bride. Although others may remain unaware of this enchanting journey, the world will gradually witness the signs of your transformation as you start expressing what you envisioned during your prayer. The mother of the world or the bride of the Lord is purposefully named Mary or water, drawing parallels to water losing its identity when merging with another substance. In a similar vein, Mary symbolizes the mind's receptive facet, which must relinquish its identity to embody the nature of the desired object. Only by being willing to discard current identity and limitations can one transform into what they aspire to be. Prayer serves as the methodology through which such separations and unions are achieved. In Matthew 18 verse 19, it is stated, "If two of you agree on earth about anything they ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven." The two parties reaching an agreement are you, embodying the bride, and the object of your desire, embodying the groom. Upon this agreement, a manifestation of this union occurs, and you commence expressing and possessing the envisioned state. Thus, prayer involves recognizing and embodying what you aspire to be rather than supplicating for external favors. Many prayers go unanswered because individuals pray to a non-existent God. If your consciousness is God, you must first explore within it for what you desire and assume the consciousness of that desired quality. Only then will your prayers be answered. For successful outcomes, prayers should be affirmative declarations. Assume a positive consciousness aligned with your well-defined desire. Enter calmly within, close the door, surrender to your desire, feel one with it, and persist until you have absorbed its nature and name. Shifting from mere wishes to conscious being and possession, declaring and feeling to be and possess what you desire during prayer propels you into a state of conscious realization. Now, embrace the silence.